It's bad enough when boys compete against girls and go in the locker room because they're trans. What if the boy that went in the locker room that's trans is a 50-year-old college professor? Check this out. Well, this person, what a background here. This is Nick Cepeda. Nick's alter ego is Melody Weishart. This gentleman, I use that term loosely, just competed in a swimming event where the competitors were 13 and 14-year-old girls. This man, who wants to be called Melody instead of Nick, wanted to compete in a swimming event, but didn't want to compete against 50-year-old men because he identifies as a 13-year-old girl. You idiot. Of course he does. Right? I mean, why not? He showed up at the competition, was accepted to compete, changed in the little girls' locker room in front of the girls who are 13 years old. This professor, Professor Weishart, specializes in children's behavioral science at York University. The young girls in the locker room were terrified when he went into the locker room to get naked, to put on his bathing suit to swim against him. Parents grabbed their little girls out and made them change into their bathing suits outside of the locker room. In other words, they held up towels, and said, "Here, honey, run behind the towel, put on your bathing suit so that weird man doesn't see you." Okay. Swimming Canada and Swimming Ontario in Canada defended the decision to include this man and said people who protested it are the problem. Quote, "People of all shapes, sizes, genders, belief, and backgrounds should have the opportunity to swim to the best of their ability, with the expectation that our registrants treat each other with dignity and respect and keep our sport and environment free from harassment and abuse." Will Johnson, how is it possible if you had a 13-year-old daughter and she went to a swim meet and there's a guy older than you in the locker room naked named Nick who entered as Melody, changing in front of your daughter? How wild would your response be? Because I know what mine would be.
I think I'll probably end up in handcuffs to speak lightly about it, because you're talking about a 13-year-old girl. If it was my 13-year-old daughter and this grown man doing this, I'm gonna have a problem with it. And I would imagine that the cops would show up. You know what, Barry? People used to get arrested for that crap. They used to get
Well,
arrested for it.
I I hope this guy gets the mental health assistance that he needs. He may not belong in jail, but he sure as heck belongs in a lockdown facility to keep him away from children. Oh, by the way, he finished dead last. The 13-year-old girls beat him, but at
They
least
still beat him.
but at least Nick got to compete in a bathing suit for girls. And
You
he
know
got
what?
to change and got to be naked in front of the ones that didn't run out fast enough. So I guess he got what he wanted.
But you know what? I can see those activists on the left when we talk about men competing with little girls and young girls, and because most of the time, 9 times out of 10, the male is winning. The whole reason why they join the female sports, because they can dominate. When you have cases like this where he did not win, they're going to use that as an excuse of, see, they can compete. There's still no reason why they can't join them. And see, now it's getting to the point that, like, I guess they're telling them don't win, because if you win, they'll say that you're only there because you can win, but you really want to be there to expose yourself to these children. If you want to stay there, just continue to lose.
I changed my mind. Arrest him. Let him spend a couple days in the jail where people find out what he did. And
Yeah.
you don't even have to worry about prosecution. I think there'll be some jailhouse justice, if you know what I mean.